They're really good. They impose their will on us. I thought, some of the looks we had in the first half from the three-point line were good ones. You got to make those if you're going to hang around, and you got to make some shots over the top. And we couldn't. Loved it. We gave it a little run. We kept trying to chase it, but they seemed to make a big play, a big three. We missed some free throws that maybe could have helped us too. So disappointing. But, we've got to move quick to the next one. They're just a really heck of a group and a heck of a system, and it kind of wore on us.
How do you move quickly and not let something like this? I mean, you're given, I know you invest a lot in everything, but you invested a lot saying, let's get Virginia this year.
Yeah, I think we'll move on pretty quick. One of the things we've been doing after 6 wins and after 2 losses is really on to the next one quick. I have a lot of confidence in our leadership and where we're at in the big picture of things. We're thrilled we're 6-2, to be honest with you, in this league. And so I think what we do need, what I like about it is, we've been living pretty good. You're 6-1 and you're winning games, and then I think the intensity in your practices, because human nature maybe isn't as great as it needs to be. Tomorrow we'll use as a mandatory off day, and we need 2 practices like before we went to Brooklyn when we were poor and didn't know if we were worth anything. And that's the first step. And so hopefully we can use tonight to get us into that mode for 2 good practices.
Could you see that coming in practice, like maybe the intensity or?
Not really. No, I thought we were very ready to play. I love where we were at halftime. Again, I think what, it's the opposite of Saturday. We were going to have to make some stuff over the top. We made it Saturday, and we didn't make enough of them. And you're going to have to make some shots over the top of that thing. And, so the ebb and flow of a season, it's our guys are disappointed, but we can't really dwell on it. First time we've had our butts kicked, but I think is good. It gets your attention, and I think it sets you up for really being able to have a heck of a practice on Thursday.
What did they do to
VJ had great looks. He just missed them. He had some really good looks in the first half, and that's the kind of thing that gets him going. Second half, he forced a couple, but everybody did because we were a little frustrated trying to get stuff. But for VJ to get into his flow, he makes those in the first half, and then he's feeling better.
They talk about the problems on offense leaking over into defense. How do you keep that? Can you talk that out of them, or how do you keep that?
Yeah, overall, we've been really good at that this year. That's where this team has been better than teams I've had in the past. Offensive woes, not hanging their head on the defensive end. But I think the accumulation of not getting in any rhythm did take its toll on us tonight.
Loose balls, Mike, the 50-50 balls, most of them went their way.
You know what's amazing? And I've been on the other side of this. And maybe karma is karma sometimes. Like, we were hustling to get them as much as them. They ping-ponged off 4 guys, and they came up with every one of them. And I've been in this a long time, and I told MAD, I said, when that happens like the 4th time, I don't like the feel of the night. And we were on the floor, and it bounces off somebody's head, they get it, pass, dunk. And so, I don't know, law of average.
The fact that, it got away from you, people are leaving the arena, it gets to 17, does that kind of allow you to turn the page a little bit quicker because it's just...
Yeah, I think, we are quick page turners here in regular season league play with no matter what has happened, because the next one's coming at you quick, and, you kind of flush it and get ready to go. I do like that we had our butts kicked, because I think it really gets everybody's attention and intensity up for 2 great practices, which we kind of need right now. You're into 60, 70 practices. And we could use 2 really sharp ones before we play Georgia Tech, who is really good. They beat North Carolina down there, and, they're playing well.
Has it been hard to, games get bunched, and it's difficult to have physical
Yeah,
practices?
it has been. We've lost a little bit of a practice rhythm. because we've had 3 in a week. And really what I like about what's set up is tomorrow we use as our off day, so guys can get their legs under them. And then we have 2 days of reps. Now Sunday we won't be able to do much in preparation because that's a quick turnaround. But we've had them jammed up 3 in a 6 or 7 day where you do lose some lengthy reps because you're trying to save legs. It's a catch-22. You know, we're healthy too. I don't want anybody hurt in practice. You know, hey, we had a great practice. 3 guys got hurt. You know, I mean, you know, we're past that. I mean, but we do need an hour of going after each other Thursday.
Coach, you know what the rebounding, lowest rebounding
Yeah.
total this season?
Yeah, they you know, we went, I thought to try and help us offensively, we needed to go small. And what happens is they took advantage of us on the backboard there. I thought we had to play, you know, smaller and spread it out. Some of our most encouraging offensive spurts were when we downshifted. But the other side of that is the backboard. And they got 15 points, I think, on second shots, and there's where you get burned on it.
And just real quick, you guys haven't beaten Virginia since you joined the conference. Can you talk, is that just a mental thing?
Well, I think it's really good teams. You know, I think their system is hard to deal with for us, and I think a lot of people have had a hard time dealing with them. But you know, I'm glad we don't play them twice. Let me put it that way. We don't repeat them. They've not been a great matchup for us, and we take our hat off to them because they're really good.
Farrell with 6 shots, is that just their defense?
Yeah, I think they really kind of chased him off of stuff. You know, I think he was a little frustrated too because he had some disappointing defensive possessions. You know, some guys scored on him and he got a little frustrated. But their overall, you know, style, you know, wears on you, and it wore on us again tonight.
You started the conference season, you know, probably still with doubters.
Yeah.
And over the first 6 or 7 games, you earned a bullseye on the back.
Right.
Is there a mind shift that has to come for preparation with that?
Well, I think it's, yeah, that's a great point. I mean, you know, we were kind of the talk of college basketball there. You got all these great stories and Matt Farrell and winning in exciting ways, and you know, you can get a little spoiled that way as much as you're trying to turn the page. And so, you know, you're always prepared. I mean, I'm always going through ready to manage something like this or a couple punches. We haven't had to take them yet, and but tonight was a thorough beating. And we need to kind of turn it into great practices and getting some edge back.
You talked about how infectious BJ can be when he's playing well. Conversely, when he struggles early, does that kind of seep into the rest of the offense?
Yeah, you know, I don't think so. I mean, you know, I think our other guys are, you know, they play their game. I think, you know, VJ needs, you know, kind of some longer minutes to get going. I kind of thought maybe in the second half he would get moving a little bit and get rolling, but really couldn't get it going. And it, you know, it goes back to he had some great looks early. Matty Farrell had some great looks in the first half. We got to make those. That's part of who it doesn't matter who we're playing. You know, we got to make some of those to feel good about how we're playing offensively. And we couldn't, you know, some they caused us to miss, but we missed a lot of good ones too.
Coach, you've played now Virginia and Villanova. They play each other on Sunday.
What a great
What do you
matchup.
feel
I
about
tell you what, I give Tony Bennett credit. The guy steps out of this crazy league and goes and plays Villanova, man. I respect him big time. It's a great matchup. You know, the thing is, the pace. Villanova have to adjust to that pace. They want to play a little quicker, and they're going to grind you. That's an unbelievable matchup on Sunday, and I'm going to watch it.
What can you do Saturday to kind of close down the rebounding disadvantage?
Well, you know, it was a weird night for Bonds that he didn't get more defensive rebounds. You know, he usually closes that gap for us. I have a feeling he'll bounce back. And I haven't watched a lot of Georgia Tech. Do we play bigger more? You know, we came back and tried to play a little zone and played bigger with Marty in there. You know, all things we'll look at. But you know, I'd like to see us get into a pretty good offensive rhythm on the road, which we've been able to do. We've gotten out of the gate on the road. So, maybe we can find ourselves again on the roads Saturday. Thank you.